Hi everyone, it's Brandy at Dawn Pilates here in Chesapeake, Virginia, and I'm here to talk to you about the 100, which is one of the very basic Pilates exercises. It's part of the basic 10 mat exercises and one of the original exercises from Joseph Pilates himself. It's actually number 1 in the original order. So it's very essential for all Pilates movements. It helps you to build up heat in your core temperature. It helps you to activate your core muscles while moving your limbs from a more proximal area, so closer to your body, to a more distal area, to more distance away from the body. So last Technique Tuesday, we talked about the double leg stretch. And so that is an exercise that takes the 100 and expands upon it. So you're taking all those core principles of the 100, which we'll talk about now, and you're making it a little bit harder by moving those limbs further away from your body. So let's break down the 100. Okay, let me move my camera down. All right, let's do it. So I'm coming here on the mat, and if you have a small hand towel or a small mat like this, it's nice to have that under your head just to give the nice lift, to make sure that you have your shoulder blades on the mat, and you have a nice wide collar here. All right, and just take a second and notice the areas that are in contact with the mat. So you should have the tailbone in contact with the mat, the bottom of the pelvis. There should be a small space right underneath your navel for the natural curve of your lumbar spine. And then you come up to the ribs and the thoracic spine, which should be in contact with the mat. Coming up to the cervical spine, and there should be a small space as the cervical spine curves there. All right, so reaching the arms nice and long, we can keep the feet down and the knees bent to start. Start to really think about that breath. I usually begin with some breath work here just to really come in to my body. So on an inhale, you're going to expand those lungs, expand that belly. And on an exhale, out through pursed lips, you're going to bring everything up and in. So think about your transverse abdominis. And I've talked about this before, like a waistband or a corset around 360 around your midsection. And think about pulling that in and around tight. Pulling your navel up and in. And if you can, engage that pelvic floor, lift it up and in as well as you exhale. It's a lot to think about. But if you can just think about one of those things, that's great. Inhale, expand through the nose, and exhale out through pursed lips. Bring everything nice and tight up and in. Good. So you're going to keep that breath, except on your inhales, you want to keep about a 50% engagement is what I like to say. So you want to have enough room, enough suppleness to allow the lungs to expand, that you can expand them out in the rib cage laterally, back, in your back muscles. But you want to keep that engagement as you're moving here, okay? You never want to really let it fully go as you're working in your 100, okay? But now, just as we're prepping, you can let those abdominals go, let them relax, and exhale tight. Okay, so keeping your breath nice and fluid, thinking about that 50% engagement on your inhales, fully tightening on your exhales. Reach your arms long, fingertips nice and long, nice wide in the collar, okay? And you're gonna lift your arms up to a hover, so about an inch or so off the mat. So you can start here with your head and neck down, working in that breath, starting to pump those arms rapidly down like you're patting the top of water, right? Moving from the shoulders. You're gonna inhale for a count of 5 and exhale for a count of 5. So rapid breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, like you're blowing out your birthday candles. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you can make this harder by bringing one leg up to tabletop. Make sure you're not pooping out in that belly. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even harder, bring the other leg up to tabletop. You really have to have a lot of core engagement so that belly doesn't poof out. Keep pumping. All right, you can make it even harder if you don't have any complications with your cervical spine. Tuck the chin to the chest, come up to the tips of the shoulder blades. Keep that scoop of the belly. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gaze is right in between those inner thighs. You can make it even harder, even more challenging by straightening one leg out to a 45-degree angle. Make sure that belly doesn't poof out. Make it even harder, extend that other leg. Breathing. You can be in parallel with those legs or Pilates feet, heels together, toes apart. Keep breathing. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And once you're done, bring the knees to the chest, slowly lower the head, neck, and shoulders if you raise them up. And just rock it side to side. So those are the progressions with the 100. When you come out, roll over to your side, push yourself up. So practice that. That is the core basis of all Pilates movements, really focusing in on that deep core strength, tightening, bracing, so that all our limbs can move from a more stable and strong place. Again, I'm Brandy with Dawn Pilates Studio here in Chesapeake, Virginia, and thanks for joining me for this Technique Tip Tuesday. Have a great day.